Hey everybody, Cassandra with John L. Scott here in Portland. So today is another Tip Tuesday, the first Tip Tuesday of July. I know it's not the first Tuesday in July, but we took a little week off last week to, get out and enjoy the sights and got out into some nature and went camping. It was pretty great. Happy 4th of July. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful time. Anyways, so we're going to wrap up our last week of interest rates and credit scores. So the past 4 weeks we talked about interest rates, and then we talked a little bit about credit scores and the ranges and kind of how those ranges affect where your interest rate is going to fall when you get your mortgage. Then the next week we talked a little bit about what makes up your credit score, the little 4 or 5 different little items. And then the next week we talked about negative items on your report and how long they stay there. So I just kind of want to wrap up here. One thing I want to talk about is, did you know what the average credit score is in the United States? It's 695. And so it's a good credit score. We talked a little bit about your interest rate is going to be pretty good. You can always improve. And the actual average for 2015 FICO credit score was, for home purchases, was 725. So it's a little bit better, a little bit higher. People are obviously working on their credit. They're very in tune with what's going on. So I want to talk today just really briefly about ways that you can go from the 695 to the 725. And I want to provide my 3 favorite resources to manage not only your credit, but your finances as well. So one of those is annualcreditreport.com. You can go on this website 3 times a year. And I try to do it 3 times a year, and you can pull each one of the 3 reporting bureaus' credit scores. So you pull one like TransUnion in January, and then a couple months later you pull Equifax, and it helps you monitor what's going on. One of my other favorite resources, actually, TransUnion has a credit view dashboard. It is completely free, and you can go on there. And what's cool about it is it allows you to simulate what would happen if you, open another card, maxed out a card, paid off one of your loans. And so you can do all these simulations. I think there was like 25 some different items that you could simulate on, which was really awesome. So because there's so many different things that do affect your credit score. So they seem to have a pretty good hold of all the different little items, and you could just figure it out up, down, hey, pay off this card. Woo, your credit score is going to go up 10 points, whatever. It was pretty cool to see. And then it just monitors your credit score, sends you an email every month and says, hey, no change, or it's gone up or it's gone down. So it just kind of watches it a little bit. And then lastly, and this was the thing that I used when I purchased my first home, was Mint.com. Mint.com is owned and part of the Intuit, which does like TurboTax and QuickBooks. So it seems like it's fairly secure, and you can link your bank accounts and your mortgage and like a ton of different things there. The other thing that was really cool about it is it allows a person to access all their accounts in one area, and you can see and make budgets, and you can set goals. So like I went on there and I set a goal that, I wanted to buy a house, and I figured out how much money I needed down, and then it kind of how much I need to save every month. And then you could put in there like, hey, I saved, $150 into this account for that. And it'll tell you and kind of estimate, if you save $150 a month or whatever, 200 or 500, this is how long it will take you to get to your goal. And it kind of scolds you a little bit when you don't put money in. So it's just something little small that it keeps you accountable. So that was Mint.com. So those are my 3 favorite resources. It's the annualcreditreport.com, TransUnion Credit View Dashboard, and Mint.com. If you've got any other questions or are wondering more about how I bought my first home, or how you could buy your first home, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd love to help you and get you in the right direction, or just talk to you a little bit about my journey too. So anyways, that's it for Tip Tuesday. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we're going to be back with a new set of topics next week. So you guys have fun, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.